Welcome back to the official Thompson Resume Writing Company YouTube channel. I am Tamika Thompson. I'm the owner and resume writer at Thompson Resume Writing Company. And for this video, I'm going to be walking you through my personal resume, which helped me land my very first six-figure job. In a previous video that I shared to my channel, I talked about how I was so excited to land my dream job, the role that I have right now, and how when I went to create my resume, I really wanted to make sure that it was on point and it was top notch, which is what I do, but I was going after this very particular role at this company and I was going to stop at nothing to get it, which meant that I had to craft my resume a certain way. Now, during my job search process, I was lucky to get this position, but I also had two other offers on the table. All offers were from well-known and well-respected companies that were on my targeted company list, and they were all high-paying offers. I did create a video on how to write a high-paying resume, but I understand that sometimes it helps to actually see what that may look like versus just giving you all some tips. So since my resume landed me six figures, and it's something that I have preached on my channel about the importance of having a quality resume to attract high-paying jobs, I wanted to show you all what it actually looks like. And I hope that by taking a look at my resume, it gives you some ideas on how you can construct your resume if you haven't landed your first six-figure job yet, but you really want to. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So this is my resume, and I already know what you're thinking off top is that I don't have my existing position on here, and my last position that ended in 2021 is the most recent one. And I know I recorded a video talking about the importance of updating your resume. Just a fun fact, my resume is updated and I do have a current version stored on my computer, but for the purpose of this video, I want to show you all what my resume looks like at the time that I applied to the job that I have now. So don't come for me. But the first thing that I want you to notice about my resume is the layout of it. Notice how it's simple and how it doesn't have any fancy schmancy, extra design elements on it. So it reads naturally from left to right, which is super important for the applicant tracking system. And I did make a video on this as well. And overall, the document is pretty top to bottom and very straightforward, or it reads top to bottom. So you start here, it naturally goes this way, and you go this way, and your eye is just naturally guided throughout the document. Also, I do have clear section headers here to kind of break up what information the recruiter can expect to read in that section. So I have my marketing experience here because I was applying to marketing jobs. That was at the forefront. And then I do have supplemental marketing experience that's not necessarily professional experience. So my business here, and then I do have some personal projects or some marketing related projects that I did work on, and then I have my education. So clear section headers, really important to guide the recruiter through the document. And it doesn't have anything super fancy schmancy or jazzy going on in terms of the layout. And I do see a lot of templates that have, a picture inserted here, and then they have all these different columns. And sometimes the person has like their name abbreviations off to the side. You really don't need all of that. It doesn't add any value to the document, and ultimately it just wastes space. So once you're starting to write your resume, my best advice is to keep it simple, stupid, the KISS. Follow that when it comes to laying out your resume. Simply just type from left to right and just have everything go up and down. Don't feel the need to go overboard or do too much in terms of the layout. The second thing that I want you to notice about my resume is that it's only 2 pages. Now, it's packed with a lot of information because your girl has been hustling and climbing the ladder, and I've had a lot of different positions, and I've job hopped and all of that, but I've acquired experience along the way. But for the most part, although I do have a lot of experience, as you can see, my resume is only 2 pages, and your resume should not exceed 2 pages. And I'm probably going to record a video on this talking about how long your resume should be. Ideally, you don't want to exceed 2 pages. If your information and your career experience can fit on 1 page, though, that is fine. But for me, 1 page was just simply not enough. If I were to transition industries or transition fields, my resume might be whittled down to 1 page, but for the most part, 2 pages is fine, and my resume is only 2 pages. So if you're someone who has a resume, or as you're writing your resume, you're trying to figure out what stays and what goes. When you write it out, if you notice that it's exceeding 2 pages, if you're bleeding into 3 pages, you need to cut some information. You probably have too many bullet points. You probably don't have enough value or enough impact statements or enough value rich statements on there. You may have to cut some information out. The next thing that I want you to notice about my resume is the overall appearance of it. So, fun fact, my favorite color is actually yellow. It's a bright color, and even though yellow can be an overwhelming color because it is super bright, notice that I didn't go overboard with it. So I have it here, I have it here, and I have it here. I have some light shading, but it's not overwhelming. And for the most part, it is a pleasant document to look at. It is totally okay to include color within your resume, and this is something that I actually encourage, but it is really important to be subtle with the color that you use and make sure that you're being strategic and you're not doing too much. Like if I had my title yellow and then I put like a yellow box behind here, or the whole page itself was yellow and the text was black, that's a little bit too much. So if you're going to use color, totally okay, but make sure that you're using it wisely and you're not going overboard with it. The next thing that I want you to pay attention to is the opening of my resume overall. And this is where a lot of people mess up. Some people will start their resumes by listing the skills. Some people will have an objective statement. You should not be having those on your resume anymore. Notice how I have an opening headline here. I have some key skills, and I gather these skills and these words that I should focus on by researching different jobs and cherry picking the skills or the words that I saw that were listed the most. And I automatically use that, which helped me get through the ATS, or help my resume get through the ATS and capture the recruiter's attention much more easily. And right off the top, they have an idea of what my qualifications are, what my background is, and what my skills are. The most important part of your resume is the top half of the first page, which is basically all of this. So just from looking at this portion, a recruiter is going to know, okay, she has experience in campaign planning. Okay, she's really good at analysis and performance tracking. Okay, these are the tech skills that she needs to know. In my particular industry, technology and software and programs are really, really important, and they can make a difference in what you make in my field. So by me knowing so many different programs and software, that automatically adds to my value. So I wanted to make sure that it was highlighted within that first top half. And then I do have all of my core skills and core competencies listed here. And again, these were the skills that I saw that were listed the most on the jobs that I was interested in. So I made sure that I was strategic with the skills that I listed. Notice how I don't have any filler or any empty skills listed on here, such as dependable, hardworking, change agent, transformational leader, nothing like that. All industry specific and industry related skills that are relative to the role that I was going for, which is the one that I got. And the final thing that I want you to pay attention to on my resume are my bullet points. Every single bullet point that I have is no more than 2 sentences. They all include a number for the most part, and they are all packed with value, showing or demonstrating or kind of giving an overview of what I have done in terms of changing something, improving something, decreasing something, adding to something. I have a number in this one, I have a number in this one, I have a number in this one, this one, this one, this one. Every single bullet point, for the most part, with the exception of these final 2, which is why they're at the bottom, has a number attached to it. So very quickly, a recruiter can say, oh, wow, she helped this company, acquire or generate over $1.5 million. That automatically stands out. I can't preach the importance of numbers enough, right? Like, numbers are super important because not only do they add value, but it really kind of shows what you're able to do. So by showing that I'm able to generate sales and increase revenue and all of this stuff, there's a chance that the recruiter really wanted somebody who was able to do just that. And go figure, in my current role, that's something that I am working on, is creating campaigns to increase foot traffic and online web presence and things like that. So immediately by listing the numbers, giving a figure or something that kind of showed the volume that I could deliver or what I was used to managing or handling, it makes me a stronger candidate. So as you are writing your own bullet points, make sure that you're starting them off with a strong, solid action word: grew, grossed, elevated, propelled, managed, spearheaded, attracted. Those are all power words. So that was a quick tour of what my resume looked like when it helped me not just land this job, but other offers as well, and high paying offers, right? Because who doesn't want a high paying job? I know I do. And I know that money is not everything, but again, for me specifically in this case, I wanted a job that paid me well over six figures. And because I crafted my resume the way that I did, I got just that. So I hope you found this video helpful. If so, go ahead and hit the like button down below. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. And I really hope that you were able to take away some great ideas on how to write and craft your own resume, especially if you're looking to go after six-figure roles. They are out there. I don't care what age you are. You can attract or get your very first six-figure job now. Now is the time. They do exist. If there was something else that you would like me to elaborate on that I didn't cover in this video, please go ahead and drop a comment down below in the comment section. I'd be happy to answer any additional questions that you have. If you took a look at my resume and you realize that maybe creating your own resume is just not your strength, and you would rather hire a professional such as myself to take care of that for you, I'd be more than happy to help you. Feel free to visit my website at www.thompsonresumes.com. You can also email me directly at hello@thompsonresumes.com. If you want to receive or watch or view more career, resume, and job search related content from me, feel free to connect and follow with me on social media. My LinkedIn profile name is Tamika Thompson, and my Instagram name is _Mika Thompson. If you are watching this video and you are not subscribed to my channel, but you loved what you saw, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button to join my growing YouTube community and continue to receive helpful information that can help you level up your resume, your career, and your job search. I will see you all next time with another helpful video. Bye.